Claude, developed by Anthropic, is becoming a powerful tool for developers, but there's a lot of confusion around what it can actually do. So in this video, we're breaking it down clearly and accurately. First, let's talk about what Claude is in a coding context. At its core, Claude is a large language model that can read, write, and analyze code. It's especially strong at understanding large amounts of text, which makes it useful for working with multi-file projects, debugging, and explaining complex logic. Now, you might hear people refer to something called Claude Code. It's important to understand this isn't a single official product with a fixed feature set. Instead, it's a general way people describe using Claude in developer workflows, often through tools, APIs, or integrations. So how is this different from using a normal AI chatbot? The key difference is integration. In a basic setup, you copy and paste code into a chat. But in more advanced setups, like when Claude is connected to your development environment, it can interact more directly with your files, depending on the tool you're using. This is where the idea of an agentic workflow comes in. An AI agent is a system that doesn't just respond once, it works through a task step by step. For example, a developer might give a high-level instruction like refactor this module or find and fix this bug. From there, an agent-style system powered by Claude might do the following: look through relevant files, suggest a plan, make changes, and help verify the results. But, and this is important, Claude itself doesn't automatically do all of this on its own. These capabilities depend on the specific tools or frameworks built around it. Let's talk about what Claude can reliably do today. It can explain complex code clearly, help debug issues across multiple files, generate new code or refactor existing code, and assist with writing tests and documentation. Because of its large context window, it can process more code at once than many earlier AI models, which is especially useful for working with bigger projects.
Now, what about things like running terminal commands or installing packages? Claude can help generate those commands, but actually executing them requires integration with external tools. Some developer tools allow this, but it's not a built-in ability of Claude by itself. The same goes for web access. Claude does not automatically browse the internet in most standard setups. However, it can be connected to tools that provide access to external data, depending on how it's configured. Let's quickly cover safety and control. In most real-world implementations, developers stay in control. Tools built around Claude typically require confirmation before making file changes or running commands. This helps prevent unintended errors, because like any AI, Claude can still make mistakes. And that brings us to an important point. Claude is not perfect. It can misunderstand context, introduce bugs, or suggest overly complex solutions. So it works best as a collaborator, not a replacement for human developers. Finally, how do you actually use Claude for coding? You can access it through the Claude web interface, the API for custom tools, or third-party integrations with editors like Visual Studio Code or other IDEs. The exact experience depends on the tool you're using, but the core idea stays the same. Claude helps you think, write, and debug code faster. So to sum it up, Claude is a powerful coding assistant with strong reasoning and large context understanding. When combined with the right tools, it can support more advanced agent-like workflows. But those features come from the surrounding system, not just the model itself. And that distinction is what separates real capability from hype. If you found this helpful, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.